Neil Magny versus Daniel Rodriguez, D-Rod.
Yeah. In my opinion, the first official loss that should be acknowledged by D-Rod. Because,
Mm,
I mean, he lost to Nicholas Dalby, but like he didn't actually,
yep.
Uh, dude, that's what it is. HLB Comer says Lemos looks like Halle Berry. That's totally what it is.
Ah,
I've been like, especially that
yeah,
last
I
picture that
see
was
it.
just showed.
I
I
see
was like,
it.
man, it looks so much like somebody. Yeah,
Yep, I
it's
see it.
there.
I see it for sure.
Thank you. That's been on
Which
the tip
version
of
of
my
Holly Berry
mind.
though? Is it like Swordfish Holly Berry or I don't know? Maybe HOB Comer can let
Catwoman.
us know.
Catwoman.
Catwoman. Okay, but yeah. So
Those are basketball
yes,
skills.
but I agree with you though, right?
Yeah.
This was a fight where I was like, this is going to tell us a lot about D-Rod and where he's
So
at in his
yeah.
career.
First
Neil
definitive
Magny,
loss.
yeah, Neil Magny is one of those guys that no matter what year you think about Neil Magny, he's just always been a tough out for anybody that faces him.
Yep.
And
Unless you're
going into
Shotgun.
this, the first round, I thought, well, this was classic Neil Magny, man. The first round was
Mm-hmm.
classic Neil Magny, clinching, takedowns, making it super grueling. He had that extended left arm out the entire time to kind of
The
just
frame.
maintain that
Yeah.
distance with D-Rod. Yeah, the frame. And you
Mm-hmm.
see D-Rod kind of try to break that with the jump in right hook, the lead
Yeah.
right hook, which would cause Manny to drop that a little bit. And then he'd come in with a left after that.
Mm-hmm.
But that first round I thought was clearly Magny.
Is a clear Magny round, and he's so good at D-Rod made the adjustment eventually, but in the first round at least, Neil Magny does such a great job just his setups alone, right? Because he'll show some things and he'll really cover the distance with his feet. He's not sticking his chin out there. He's not leading with his chin. And then it forces you to move away, right? And D-Rod wasn't circling. He would just move straight back. And then Neil would be able to pressure him against the cage and just do that Neil Magny
Yep.
grind, And then the second round, I thought first round was a textbook Neil Magny round. Second round, textbook
Textbook
Daniel
D-Rod
Rodriguez. That
for
jab,
sure.
Neil Magny was like that same frame, right? That he was doing was just getting punished by the jab, and it took him a while to adjust. He wasn't trying to slip the jab. He wasn't trying to counter the jab. He was just eating it over and over and over again. D-Rod, that jab is so damn good. Um, and eventually he did counter it. But every time that he would try to do that blitz again against D-Rod, he would be able to evade it much better. And then as soon as Neil would stop, he'd hit him with that jab, and then it was just that for the whole round. He looked fantastic, and he hurt him. I think he hurt him in the second round, right?
Second round, yeah.
Looked like it wobbled him a little bit.
Just a little bit, had to
Yeah,
take a step back too. And I think D-Rod saw it also. He was very aggressive. D-Rod, I felt like was being very successful when he would blitz in. And the thing is, when he'd blitz in, he knew he was going to get a shot.
yeah, yeah.
But he was willing to take one to try to give two or three. So
Mm-hmm.
whenever he'd blitz in and put, a string maybe two or three punches together, I felt like he
Yeah.
was getting some success where at least one of those would land, like this one that you see here that Rich put the picture up of.
Yep.
And then we get into the third round.
And then it's a classic Neil Magny round. which is the most impressive part of it, right? Because if you win the first round, great, you impose your will, your game plan, all this stuff. But then the tide gets turned against you in the second. That's
The other team
really,
makes the
really,
adjustment,
yeah, that's really, really hard to then adjust
and then
to
you make
that
the adjustment.
and turn it back. Winning rounds 1 and 3 that's the hardest way to win. That is by far the hardest way to win. Easiest is 1 and 2. Second easiest is 2 and 3. 1 and 3 that's impressive. And then on top of that, he's like, I'm not even going to let him have the chance on the scorecards like he did with the leech, and I'm just going to choke him out.
Yeah, man. And it was very smooth the way that he was able to sink in. It was the Darce, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
he set it up standing.
yeah, he set up standing, and by the time he even dragged him down, it was already locked in.
Yeah, it was over. And D-Rod was
He has such
exhausted.
long, lanky arms, man. Like, just
Yeah.
look at how tight that is right there on that picture.
Yeah, seriously. And it's
Oh my
like
god.
he with all the mat returns in this third round, he really sapped the gas tank out of D-Rod. You could tell anytime D-Rod was able to get back up, he's taking like a deep breath and then he's back on the ground. And it's like Neil Magny, man, he's just
He's
if you
still
let
so
him get
good,
into
man.
his groove, you can't stop him.
Where's Neil Magny ranked right now?
I think they were
Is he
13
ranked?
and 14 in this fight. I
Yeah.
believe they were 13 and 14. Yeah, Magny was 13, D-Rod was 14. Neil Magny makes history. He passes GSP with most wins at welterweight of all time.
Wow. He's been doing it for a while, man.
Doing it for a long time.
Did you
HLB
see?
Comer
I guess
says,
they asked him about it in the interview, and he was like, "Well, man, I'm no GSP. You know,
yeah.
what a cool guy."
He's not wrong. HLB Comer says Magny came in motivated. He acknowledged that he had too much on his plate for his previous fight and really took time to prepare properly, and it showed. Yeah, because going up against someone like Shakvat, everybody knows now, right? But he was still kind of a mystery. Like, is he running through these guys because he's elite, or is it because he's fighting guys who aren't like the elite of the elite? And Magny took that fight. Shout out Magny too, because he was calling out Hamza on his way up, calling out Shakvat. He's no like he'll take the fight.
He doesn't
You know
shy
what I
away.
mean? He does not. So,
When
and
we
you
have
got to
other
respect him for that.
fighters that will say, "I'd rather not fight for 6 or 8 months." You got Neil Magny as a dog, man. Just to say, "Hey, just throw
Yeah.
whoever." Oh, that guy's pretty good right now. Yeah, throw him my way.
Oh, you guys think he's hyped? What happens if I take him out? And then he usually fails that test, but you got to respect him for.
Hey, but the respect is there
Yeah,
nonetheless. But even
100%.
D-Rod said, "Hey, if you beat Magny, it's off to the races.
Yeah, because like I said, if you
If you
beat
want to be
him,
considered elite, you need to
yeah,
beat Neil Magny."
yeah,
Which is kind of like Magny's like, "You're calling me the gatekeeper, bro? You're calling
yeah,
me the gatekeeper?" But at the same time, it's kind of like a compliment, man, because I feel like Magny's still considered one of those elite fighters. You know, like you got to be able to beat him to
yeah.
be able to be considered elite. So
I mean, since 2014, the only guys he's lost to are Damian Maya, Lorenz Larkin, who I thought was actually really good in his UFC run, RDA, Ponzinibbio, Chiesa, and Rachmanov. So like, he's never lost to anybody who's like bad. You know what I mean?
yeah,
He's been in there, and he has some really good wins too.
I mean, he's been in there with the who's who, man.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
All right. Well,
it's been a long career
D-Rod,
for him too.
D-Rod will be back. Does he fall out of the top 15? No, right?
Welterweight is so bad that probably not.
You know, he stays in there. Maybe a D-Rod. Well, who does Michelle Pajeda have?
Yeah, who
Have
knows?
up?
He
Yeah, I don't
he's
know.
he beat Ponzinibbio in May. He doesn't have anything lined up,
That'd be a fun matchup.
at least not officially yet.
A couple fun strikers in there.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how D-Rod handles somebody that like unorthodox, you know?
Yep. All
Because
right.
D-Rod is such the opposite of unorthodox, you know?
Hey, everybody. Romero and Will here. Thank you so much for watching that short clip. It's just a small clip of what we covered this last Sunday.
Yeah, if you want to check out the full fight card recap, the link is in the description, and it's going to be on screen at the end here. Don't forget to go back and watch our fighter interviews that we have. And don't forget to tune in live every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and you can join in on the fun.
Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Goes a long way. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching that short clip from Story of the Fight.